Be with you in 1 second. All right, there's always something with the stream. Today was the video. So now I got to look here until I figure this out. I think I got to update some firmware or something along those lines. We shall see, but not one of those people that's going to cancel out the stream just because I'm not in crispy 4K. How's everyone doing this morning? Had a little bit of news. Ooh, already might get a, let's put this in here real quick. Prior session high of day is there on the ES and ready to rock. Over 50% range. We are at 42, which would make 88 on 82. So we can also look and see that we are boosting up inside the standard deviation bands, but pretty high. We had some news this morning. Definitely caused a nice little wick down. Look at this wick, right down to prior session low. First short for me on the Dow is going to be prior POC, and then way up here at prior session high. We'll kind of see what happens, and then obviously prior session low. We are not at 50% range for MYM, so disregard the bands on MYM for now. They are irrelevant to me until we get to at least 50. I kind of even like a little bit more than 50 if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest. Good morning, morning. Lower this down a little bit. Boost this up. Got about 8 minutes till the market opens here. Yesterday I had a glorious day. Pretty much got filled, I think, 2 minutes before the open. Came up, filled us on a second, and then came right back down to target, which was about as glorious as a live stream you could be, except for the people that like the live stream, because I think I streamed for like 10 minutes yesterday. But now we are ready to rock. See if I can figure out this camera situation here while we're sitting here. Good morning, Cube Gift. Looks like we had almost the exact same P&L. I think I got you for like 20 cents yesterday. Properties. Let's see. Oh, we're back. All right. Back to crispy. There we go. It just wanted to give me a little bit of stress this morning. That's what it was. That's what it was doing. It was saying, hey, you want a little bit of stress? I'm not going to make your camera work. Suck it. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I realized I was watching back yesterday that our morning bell was a little quiet, but things are good. Things are good. Nice little Wednesday. We have like a minor league baseball team, not like right before the majors, like before that. I don't even know if it's affiliated with MLB. I don't think it is. It gets like all of like the retired baseball players and stuff. Anyway, they built a stadium like a bunch of years back right around the block from me, and my son's really into baseball. So tonight I'm taking him to that game. It's kind of nice. Like nobody really goes. Team's pretty good, but it's kind of nice. Ooh, I'm getting a call. 1 second, please. We back. If you were on stream a while ago, I keep getting spam numbers. I finally cleared it up. Finally cleared that up. Are we getting all the way back up here? What are we doing today? Are we allowed to predict? I know we're not allowed to predict. We're coming down? We're going up. What do you think? What do you think? Man, I really wanted it to come up here. We'll have to wait for 2 minutes after the open. Will it be like yesterday? We prophesized yesterday that we were going to get a push out of the open, fill my orders, and then come back down. Are we going to do that again? But we also filled, we got the first fill before market open. So let's see what happens here. Definitely pushing the range too. Every new point up is also increasing the range on the day, which is kind of nice. We got 2 minutes till market opens. Anybody's resting short with me or Cube Gift? I know you like to wait till the market opens. Anybody else ready to go? Let me get rid of this. This is from the other day. Popular. And for all of you exercisers, today is also a wonderful day because Wednesday is my nice easy run day. So I don't have to push it. Crushed my legs yesterday running uphill. Today, we rest. Waiting for the open. I like it. Because having a plan that's really number one. As long as you have a plan, you stick with it. And if that plan is wait until the market opens, boom. Last couple of weeks, I've gotten a lot better at not being tempted to trade at night. I was just hurting myself by trading at night and doing dumb things. And one big win over the last couple of weeks is avoiding that, which has been give myself a little pat on the back for not trading at night. 30 seconds till the market opens. See if we'll dance around a little bit. See what happens. No real ads on the S&P above this. Maybe we could get away. This would be too much though. That'd be like, yeah, that'd be too big of a push. So we're gonna watch this and we'll give it a little bit of time and see if we're just gonna push all the way up today or if we're gonna stay inside the range. We're gonna find out in 10 seconds though. We are gonna find out in 10 seconds. Prior POC would be the target back for this probably, but we'll see. And away we go. Kind of like that open. Nice and easy. Prior POC long.
Order submitted.
Long off prior POC. Even though we're in the bid zone here. I mean the offer zone. I said not trading the bands. I'm more trading the 30-minute, and that's going to be a long for me. Off POC. I'm going to see if it continues to push down, but prior POC is a long for me. Is it going to go try and reclaim all of CPI? Not a great long. Not a great long.
Order submitted.
If it comes all the way down to prior session low, I will be long the MYM. I can do that because I am long here, and that would give me longs in both. So now we can kind of manage this one until that one's filled. VWAP does have a little bit of volume, so I might try and get an ad there.
Order submitted.
I'd be in some hot water if it gets down to there. Staying heavy. Definitely an aggressive entry for me there. I don't hate it because, like I said, it follows the framework, but I would have much more enjoyed getting that short. See if we can just get some more wicks. It'd be nice if we get this whole CPI wick again. Dow being bought up as well. Some of you might have played the trend here. I got a fly in my room. What do they say? Shoe fly. Don't bother me. Shoe fly. Shoe fly, don't bother me. It's a big one too. I'm going to try and smack it. I'm going to knock all my camera gear down. Got him. You're big. Where did you come from? How'd you get down here? What are we doing, ES? We going back up? Session Pock. Right at Session Pock right now. See if Session Pock wants to hold. Looks like where this is now, if it comes back down and hits VWAP, that's going to push for a Pock too. Yesterday I had a nice little volume node here. Wouldn't be surprised if we could fill that and comes all the way down just a little bit below Pock there. But looks like we're going to be playing the long side now. Managing risk. I'm not going to lie, that fly is going to bother the piss out of me. Man, I like this buyout. See if we can stay bid right now. See where there's orders sitting. Let's open the book map here for a second. See what we got going on up there. Let's see what we got on the book map. Yeah, it wants to come up to 82. Man, you can hear as soon as Bookmap comes on, my fan goes bananas on my computer. Pulls so much CPU. Really? I'm not getting any drop frames on my end. Yeah, like I'm getting 0 drop frames. Low CPU. Stream health, excellent. Man, what a buy up on the Dow. Love that. Not getting the same response here. I want it. I want the same response. Just not getting it. See if we can fill in the second one. Then we can start to really start to manage it. I don't think I want to give this more than maybe $100, $125. I'll take the L if that happens.
Order filled.
In a second. Still pushing down. Not great. The Dow still bought up. If we get one of these measured moves in blue, I'll probably graceful exit. We'll see. Where's my initial entry up here?
Order submitted.
That's really just so I can see where my initial entry was. Like I said, I'll be looking to get. I don't really want to be in 2 contracts that long for this particular aggressive trade. So we just got a POC shift. So now we'll see if this POC can hold a little bit. So that's a pretty good measured move. I might take a graceful exit here. I'm going to take a graceful exit if it comes back down. Then I can re-add if I need to. That took $50 worth of realized loss. But now I just bettered my position a little bit down to VWAP. Down to POC here too. And I'm definitely okay taking a $50 loss there. Those limit orders are going to stay because I would definitely like to take profit at prior POC. Oh yeah, prior POC? Nope. So prior POC would be definitely a target, and then we'd look to re-enter short up at prior session high. That's the game plan right now. Hot take, black cherry seltzer sucks. Hot take. When you see me drinking black cherry seltzer, you know it's because we're almost out of seltzer. And that's the only flavor left. Oh, here you are again. Another POC shift. ES can't make up its mind where it wants that POC. Where do you want to be, POC? Now you're on my arm? I don't want to smack myself. Man, me and this fly, we're going to battle all morning. This me versus the fly will be the entertainment value for you today. Staying bought up on the Dow. Selling off still on the ES. Not necessarily looking to add a second contract, even here at the swing low. Yesterday, prior session low, or 2 days ago, we can kind of possibly look for that. Definitely down here at value area low, which lines right up here. So that would be an add for me, which would pretty much be the -1s, right? So we have a little bit of confluence there between value area low, which I keep a high value area low, 78%. And then that can align right here with the -1s. I have a feeling, and just from watching this, like obviously we know that if this pushes down, so is this -1, and this -1 will probably fall somewhere below value area low. So it's whichever happens first, -1s or value area low for me. And then we know value area can also shift over time. Right back down to view app. Yeah, see we had a little value area shift down here. I might have to might need to mute this and kill this fly. Let me mute I'll turn on the lights. I got to kill this fly. All right, rit fly, done. Toast, cooked it, gone, killed. I wounded him mid-flight, and he crashed and burned down to the ground, and then I finished him 2 to the chest. It's over. It was quick. Definitely wounded him. This was no baby fly either. This one was came to do damage. It's one of those flies that I'm probably gonna have to clean up the carnage when I'm done. Not one of those where you just smack to the ground and let the dog eat it, you know? Wait, you let the dog eat it? I'm joking. I will say my dog's been out of the house for a couple days now. I never realized how much like I just like sweep crumbs on the floor, knowing the dog's gonna come around and lick them up. Things that you only realize if you have a dog. Sometimes I'll even go to people's houses that don't have dogs, and like I'll just have a little bit of crumbs on the ground. I'll just sweep it on the cabinet off the counter, and then I'm like, oh wait, my bad. You don't have a dog. You do not have a dog.
Order filled.
Whoa!
Order filled.
What just happened? Loved that. That was... What just happened? Right to my target? That was fantastic. Well, we're back to green on the day. Holy Christmas. And there's no continuation. Like, where did it go from like here to... Wow. All right. Let's take this -1 off.
Order canceled.
We're keeping prior session high day on. That was all. Did the Dow do the same thing? Maybe. What time was this? 47:02. No, the Dow didn't do the same thing. What just happened on the ES? Glitch. I don't know. It was sick though. 246. Still not nearly enough range to be trading the bands on MYM. So keep that off your screen. Well, did I top tick that as well? Look at that. That is, man, I'll say I missed it by a tick, but guy, that is to the tick. To the tick. For full target. Wow. Usually when that happens, it goes against me. But once again, we got in prior session POC. For anybody that just got here, we got in prior session POC. We took some heat. Didn't panic. We took an ed, which at that time was session POC and VWAP. And then we took a graceful exit. Could have got a little bit more on my graceful exit, but I was looking at these measured moves. So I wanted to take my graceful exit here. Was looking to maybe add again down at -1s. Never got there. Started to climb back up. And then, boom, it shot up there in the blink of an eye. It shot up like 5-6 points instantly. 48. Oh, yeah, less than a second. So look, we have 40. It was like 48.54. So 48.54 was right here. And then this is still 54. 55 is right there. So in 1 second, that was awesome. And got me back to green on the day. Wowie. All right. Now we continue to wait. New longs on the ES down at prior session low. Where is that? Just below the bands, right here.
Order submitted.
And then because the trend is pretty much below the bands as well, and we're above range, especially getting down here, we'll expand the range even further. I'd be pretty happy. I mean, if it goes down here, -2 is going to come down. I think if it crept down all the way down to the prior session low, the -2s would creep down and we'd have confluence between the -2 as well as the long there. So that's kind of where we're resting right now. You do have, and this is worth considering as well, right? We just went up. It responded immediately at prior session POC. So if we wanted another response off a prior session POC with the bands, you might have a short here. For me, that's not something I'm willing to take right now, but that would be a short as well. Especially like break below, close below for one candle can come up and hit that. We have 6 minutes left on this candle. See what happens. Kind of see if we kind of consolidate and bounce around in the zone, I might be willing to take a short up here if we're going to stay. We'll see. Ideally, I'd love to see this get filled, which right now is right at the -2s, which is fantastic. See how it works out sometimes with the confluence? Right? We didn't place it here. We placed it here, and then things just kind of work out as the day goes on and range gets put in. It's crazy how these levels, they just kind of start to work out. We'll definitely give this candle a minute and see what happens. These are nice swing low. This would be fiddling in the middle, though. This would be forcing a trade. This would be seeing that I got lucky here and being like, I'll get lucky again. And then it just comes all the way down. I'll wait for prior session low. I have no problem waiting. What was our max drawdown there? I think when I added this second, what did we get? We were probably down around 50, 60 bucks, I'd say. When this closed, we were down 50. So then I got 50 back, it looks like, roughly. Got to go back and see the videotape. Check the tape. While we're sitting here working and waiting, some places in the country have already gone back to work for teachers. I have not. But when I do, I'm only going to be able to stream to my Discord. I'm not going to be able, obviously, professionally to stream publicly. That's just professionally inappropriate. I'm streaming tomorrow and Friday, and then probably just Tuesday and Friday next week. I have going back to work meetings on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then I should be able to trade on Monday, and then I'm officially back to work on the 25th. So Tuesday 25th will be the end of streams until I have a off day while the market's open. But if you're not in the Discord, if you're in the Discord, I'll still be just having my screens up. No video, probably very minimal audio. Just so you can watch my charts and kind of ask me questions in the chat in the Discord. But for now, we'll finish out this week, and then next week, just the 18th, unless something changes. That Monday is still up in the air. Up in the air, so to speak. We were saying like, oh, maybe we could edit Monday's prior session low. Value area and +1s are still there. If you're a little bit more aggressive and you feel comfortable with the ES. I personally wouldn't do it on this candle. This is a pretty expansive candle. I mean, let's see if I'm just assuming. Right now it's at almost 29 points. So you can do the math on that on 82.50. It's pretty much 35% of the ATR I'd consider that probably expansive. So regardless, on longs, I'm waiting until this candle's over in 1 minute and 43 seconds. But we stay heavy and come down and, might get a nice response. We have 2 wicks off value area low already, which is kind of nice. Wow, look at the discrepancies of slippage here on these accounts. These are all copied, same accounts. This account has a trailing drawdown, which if you take a minus 1,000, that means like from equity highs. So this one from equity highs is at $150 down from cash value high. This one here, essentially, we have $859 and $897. This has $40 more. And that's all from copy trading slippage. Right? You'd think because you're copy trading, they should all be identical. They ain't. It's crazy. That's from just fills happening quickly or getting in and out of trades. I really want to pass these things by the end of summer. But what would you say? I just had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days left. Today's day 41 trading these accounts. Show me somebody that's been trading an account for 41 days. I know if I posted that on the interwebs, everyone would be like, oh, that's too long. You're wasting your time. It's like, no, I didn't. I did not waste my time. Love that. All right. Love it. Amazing. I mean, thank you for telling me that because I really feel like that I'm the black sheep and a weirdo for that. So thank you for telling me I'm not alone. Right? Just a little by little. We'll get there. No rush at all. Exactly. What they say, like smooth is fast and fast is smooth or something like that. The military says that. Smooth is fast and fast is smooth. I think this is the longest I've had. No, because those, when my Lucid funded, if you're counting those, between passing the Lucid and then getting to a payout before I blew that one, I definitely had that one for maybe maybe a little over 2 months, maybe about the same amount of time. Because I know it took me, I did the video, I think it took me 25 or 30 trading days to pass it. So that's a month and a half. And then it took me the same to get to the buffer to get a payout. So another 30 days. So 60 trading days. So about 3 months I had that. And then I blew it over the course of like 6 or 7 days. It always stinks to blow accounts, but I will say with those Lucid accounts, it doesn't sting as much when you've gotten a payout. when you break even on the investment of the evaluations or even do a little bit better, that's good. That alone, I think, has made me break even on trading for the year. At least break even. I'm really curious to see what happens with value area low. That's low key what I'm watching. This value area low here and the minus ones. I'm not really a minus one kind of trader, but with the confluence of even this prior session low here, 3 responses to it where it's supported here. Just curious. It's more of like a mental note, kind of just getting screen time and watching and seeing, is this a setup? I don't really love to use value areas as setups, but is it? Will there be a reaction there in confluence with the minus ones? But then again, from the open, we have just been heavy. Even this Dow that got bought up, still heavy. So now we're gonna have to, looking like we're gonna fill in. I didn't even realize what's going on over here. This is kind of how I want my Dow to look right now.
Order submitted.
So I place these. I feel more comfortable being in more than one contract on the Dow. So I want to get in here, and then instead of -2, I guess I could have my -2 here. We're talking about 20 points there, or $10. I'd rather be in a little bit earlier than wait and take the $10 worth of heat than wait. And then session low, I just like to go, 10 or so points below that, 41 down to 31.28, like 10 to 15 points below that. I like to go for an add. We can go from there. Let's see if we can get a fill here. Might even pull it into price. We'll see. Get in.
Order
We're
filled.
in. Dragged it in there. Want to get in. I'm kind of going to try and target the trend, the EMA.
Order submitted.
I think that's a good full target for me. We'll see what happens if we stay just super melty. I have to take this short off, though.
Order canceled.
Can't be long and short. I can keep this long on, though. Feeling if we get down here, this one's going to be ugly. But we'll manage this Dow trade now. We'll see what happens here. Make it nice and big for y'all. See exactly what's going on. Can we get an instant push to my fill again? Here's prior session low. If you trade in the framework, I feel like you got to be in here. Not financial advice, but I mean, that's a long. If that's on a long with this support here and this bouncing right out of it and CPI, like hard for me to say you're trading the same kind of framework I'm trading. Maybe you're waiting for the minus twos there. Maybe. But yeah. Just want to look left a little bit here. Yeah, not going on. Oh yeah, because I forgot when I was on vacation last week, it just boosted from here. Then kind of been consolidating in range for the last couple days. Man, this was crazy. I'm glad I was on vacation for that. Almost a double bottom there, which generally like to get cleaned up. You're green if you were patient enough to wait for the minus twos, like I should have been. Just a melt off the open. $247. Pretty much the entire range we've melted since the open. Still not a ton of range on the Dow. I'm like still only at 246 on 605. So you're still not at 50% range on the Dow. And I remember when I was learning this, I never knew like why is minus two not okay here, but it's okay here. Like the 30-minute, in my opinion, I don't care about the range per se. They're still just they're levels that are important to me. And like if I'm swing trading and it's like the overnight, like this still would be a target for me, even though in the overnight, like there's no range yet, right? Go down. See, so now it's looking like if it comes back down, we're probably going to sweep these lows. We double bottomed, probably sweep these lows. And that's why I give myself like a little bit of 10 points, 15 points or so for the ad. Because like I said, if it comes back down and that the minus twos is here, but I don't care about the minus twos because once again, we're low range. I'm putting it here mostly just to protect against that little bit of sweep to fill any orders that might be sitting here right below there, or any people that are looking to like get short and then they'll get stopped and hopefully boost out. We'll see. Old Brad would have taken this break even because he's a wimp and then waited for this, but I want to be in a contract. I want to be in one. At least I want to be in one, and then I can graceful exit and dance around 2 or 3, but now if it was 11 o'clock, I would have taken this off because I want to be on with my day at 11 o'clock. But we still have 45 minutes till that happens, so we're good. To be honest, we break through here in value area low. I might be looking to like do a buy stop and add a contract up here, maybe here. If we get above the -1s with some strength, especially we haven't really established a real area of volume yet that it wants to play around with. Let's see what happens. That might look something like this. Buy stop.
Order submitted.
And if that were the case, like I said, as usual, I'd probably put a stop here and then start to work off the -1s. See if we can get another failure. Didn't want to do it. We can open this back up. Let's see these big orders you speak of.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
Okay. Back to just in one. Yeah, look at these up here. What are those? 930. That's right up here. This big red. See if I can bring it up so it's like kind of the same. 930s look like they're right around here. Yep. Yeah, definitely looks like it wants to push up and chest these 930s. As Cube Gift mentioned, we just have to be a little bit patient and give it some time to get up there. Oh, they just pulled them. That doesn't make me that happy. Just going to lock in. I'm not going to go red to green on this. Especially being in that we are, yeah, exactly. That's classic market manipulation right there. Especially being in at the -1s on a low range day. I'm definitely going to protect some capital. See if we can get up to view app, but we'll see. Definitely want to keep seeing this push. Great push. We're pretty much a full target now. Let's see if we can get all the way up to this view app. View app incoming. Let's go. Push. Push. Push.
Order canceled. Order canceled.
That one felt good, guys. I'm out. That one felt good. That one felt really, really good. Felt really, really good. Taking this stop. Ooh, doesn't feel great, but and look, all the more orders cleared. Now we're gonna come back down here and get a fill. Yeah, it's one of those things where you look and you're like, oh, how much did I give up? I mean, hindsight's 2020, but 893, and it went all the way up to our target 948. 948. These are just things I'm going to put in my journal. 894. Oh, 54 divided by 2 because there's just been one contract. I gave up $27 by protecting myself. So the risk to worth the reward. This was a $27 move. But got a little bit of green here and then a great trade here. Up my standard $35 for the day. Having a nice little week at 119. I'll take that. That's probably going to do it for the stream for now. Just to recap some things, we traded the ES and got in aggressively, took some heat, got a glitch, literally top ticked it and has not come up to there yet. And then here, our entry was just a little bit below session low. I kind of wanted to get in, make sure I had these wicks. It did come down eventually and hit both prior session low and the -2s. -2 is not so much in play because the range is small. I took a buy stop to add, and whenever I've been doing that, I've been putting my stop loss pretty much right there just to protect against having multiple contracts on as I get more comfortable having more than one contract on. And then we trailed all the way up to target. Boom. I'll take that all day. And back to what I was saying, like hopefully some people are in this long here. It's definitely a long for this framework. Whether you were able to hold or not is another thing, but yeah, you got to be ready to do that. Okay, guys. Great stream. And we killed a fly too. Yeah. But I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your trading day. Once you can get a little bit of green, guys, lock it in and then go live the rest of your life. This definitely should not be consuming your life at all. All right, guys. As always, thank you.